Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's video we're going to be looking at how I'm going to overwinter my bananas this year. The Musa Basjoo Japanese hardy banana. This year I'm going to do a slightly different technique. You might have seen it going around on the Facebook groups, the Shane Bilson method. So we're going to give that a whirl this year and see how we go. Usually what I'd do is I'd wrap a cage around the pseudo stems here, pack it full of straw. I'd use a builder's bag over the top, and they always get through no problem, but what I find is it can be a very messy job, and especially in springtime when you come to take it away, it tends to blow all over. So I'm going to try a slightly different method this year. I've not got enough to cover every pseudo stem, but as long as I get some height through the winter, I'll be happy. They've grown relatively well this year. There's some lovely big paddle leaves on it now. Right, so let's have a look at what I'm going to need to get this job done. Right, so here's what we'll need. I'm gonna mulch it around the bottom with some well rotted farmyard manure here. And then I've got some of this land drain. I think it says 230 mil or something like that. I'm using this because this is what I could get my hands on now. This was available free at work, so this is the one I'm using. It's perforated pipe, as you can see in there. Let air through, but it's double lined, give that bit of extra insulation hopefully, and if it's good enough for Shane, it could be good enough for here. He's the other side of the Pennines and it's been a lot colder there than it has been here for me, so if it works for him, I'm sure we'll be alright with it. And then what we've got is some 10-litre old pots. This is going to sit on the top just to stop all the rain going in. Bucket and another random pot, just anything I've got that'll fit over it. And then an old knife. Cut the leaves back, although some of them I'm just going to bend them over, leave them hanging down. That'll add another little bit of protection. So let's have a look then. I'll show you in a minute when I've bent these back over. So it might not look like we've took a lot of leaves off there, but I have took a fair old pile off here. It's a lovely big leaf, this one, but there's a good pile. Are all the old leaves here all the way around the path. What I'm going to do with these now is I'm going to shred them a little bit. I'm going to put them all the way around the base, create a bit of a mulch layer of all the old leaves so they can decay over winter, feed the plants for next year. Then on top of that, I'm going to put the wheelbarrow of manure around it, weight it down and add a bit more goodness to the soil. And then I'm also going to bend all these leaves over, and we'll look at this in a second when I've done that one. So yeah, then what we've got is a layer of the old leaves, chop and drop with the old banana leaves, and what that'll do, just acts as a little bit of protection. Now I'm going to weight it down with my mulch, or with my manure, and that'll really pin it down. See, what I'd usually do is, like I said, put a cage of straw around, and you could still pile the base up with straw. I just don't have any at the minute, and with this weekend's weather coming and into next week, it's going to be -3 in this area. Daytime temperature of only 2 degrees, so I'm going to get it done today. So I'm using what I've got. I've had that manure sat at the bottom of the garden for the last year, so we're going to use that now. Right, I'm going to bend these leaves over now, add this manure. So what we've got here now then, the leaves have all been bent down. Looks a little bit brutal. Also, any of the rollers that were newly coming out, the new leaves, they've just been chopped off. They'll also get mulched. So that's how it looks. Also, we've got this manure around the base. What we're going to do is we're going to put those perforated pipes now over the top, and if the leaves don't fit inside them, we will chop them back, but hopefully we'll be able to squeeze them over, and then we'll see how it looks. I've only got 3 large pipes, so we have to pick and choose which ones we're going to save. I've also got some insulation pipe, like a polystyrene pipe, which I can use on some of the smaller ones. I just need to pop some holes in that, so I may possibly use that as well. We'll have a look. So here's what we've got then. Up here inside, this is how we're going to be leaving it for winter. And now I just need to put a lid on it. As you can see, this one here, I've got a lid on that one, just an old builder's bucket. This one we're going to use, got a couple of 10-litre buckets. A little tip for you, if you've got enough spare ones, just get your bucket, get 2, so you block out the holes like that, you know. So one pot blocks out the other holes. It'll just help less rain get into your plants. I'm just going to pop that over the top like that, and that's it. Jobs are good, and after the rest of them. There we go then. So what we're left with now is I've protected all my stems, buckets on top. Now we'll see with these. These are just like a styrofoam polystyrene insulation tube that I got out of Skip from work, so I thought, oh, they might come in. I've perforated holes around them all, stuck a lid on top. We'll see if they come back next year, because I don't know, it might not work as well as the perforated pipe, but it's worth a try. If we lose them, they're going to reshoot from the base anyway. Not got a lot to lose there. But overall, I'm very pleased with this look. I know it's probably not the nicest thing to look at, but it's much easier to set up, and it's a lot cleaner than the cage around it with straw. So if these come through winter nice, this will be my preferred method if I'm going to overwinter them. I mean, often they might die back and they'll reshoot to this height in a season anyway, so you don't necessarily have to protect them. But if you want to retain the height and start from where you left off last year, it's well worth a little bit of effort. So if you can get hold of any of this pipe, I'd give this method a go. On some of them I do need to get an extra pot, just running out of time. I'm going to edit out in a minute. So, and what I will do, I might get some straw, fleece, pack the top out, pop back on, because some of these, if you look, I mean, so a little bit of fleece in the top won't do any harm. So yeah, there we go. I think it's a job well done, that. If you found this helpful, give me a thumbs up, maybe subscribe to the channel for more tips. Help me grow the channel, get to more people. Thank you for watching. See you on the next one.